joining doing this particular video because straight after the Charlotte Kilroy finished her opening statement for Cat H core participants. Chris, my sometime co-host, did a Twitter Spaces, which is really good actually. I mean, I wasn't able to contribute because he wouldn't approve my request to speak, which I'm not taking personally, honest. But I think it's much better. It's more than just my bloody voice repeatedly, or my face in this case, which I keep getting. But that's no good for people who don't use Twitter, which was the whole point of us doing video in the first place, was to put things on Facebook. So, we had Charlotte Kilroy give her her opening statement for Cat H. I thought that was a really refreshing change of style, change of speed. She was very much going on the sort of like going directly for the like what they did, what the SDS did was wrong, and took us back to 1765 to really kind of do the sort of history of civil liberties and the importance of freedom of expression, which was great actually. It was something very different. She also directly asked for Cat H core participants to be given their files early, because just the nature of what was done to the majority of them, the women who had were deceived into long-term sexual relationships by undercover officers, that they deserved to have their files as soon as possible, which is something which Pitchford, the original chair of the inquiry, said that they would be able to do. Mitting said you'll have to wait your turn, which was a bit offensive, I thought, but we've come to expect that sort of behaviour from him, so no surprise there. I think her her style, I didn't tweet as much as I normally do during her submissions, it's partially because just her style is just so breakneck speed, which, no problem with that really. The written statement that was given alongside the opening statement, like a lot of people who do that, it's the same thing, and it gives you, even if it's not exactly the same, you can kind of follow the paragraph by paragraph, the sort of what they're actually on about. It was completely different, which is a sign that they've prepared a written statement and an oral statement, which that's kind of what you're meant to do, I guess. So I was all for that. Certainly, it was a welcome change of pace from her. I had a bunch of points I'd make. I've had to rush out this lunchtime, so I haven't really mulled them over that much. But we're about to start up again in about 5 minutes. I haven't had any lunch yet, so I'm going to go and have my lunch. We've got Charlotte Kilroy again, this time giving the opening statements on behalf of Madeline and Diane Langford, both of whom gave evidence during phase 2 of the inquiry. That should be interesting. Then this afternoon we've got Owen Greenhall, who's representing Peter Hain, Ernest Rodiker and Jonathan Rosenhead, followed by Sam Jacobs, who represents Celia Stubbs. I presume those are still going ahead. Everything's running a bit later than it was. Like, confusingly, the Home Office was much shorter than it should have been. That just confused everybody. So now things are running later than they should have been. I say it confused everybody, confused the inquiry. So we'll see how that goes. There will be another Twitter Spaces at 7 p.m. Really welcome, lots of people to join that. And if you've got any thoughts about what was said, if you're a core participant, if you're not a core participant, if you're just someone who's interested, who's watching, I really would recommend and welcome you to join the Twitter Spaces and say what you thought. Yeah, we've had a few technical difficulties first few times we're doing them, but I think it's a great tool to get lots of people to give their opinions on what was happening. So I'll be going live again after the next break in proceedings. I'll see you then. But join us at 7, and I'll see you on Twitter and things. Safe.